Group A. The Dutch were home and hosed pretty much, wouldn't they? They just had to beat Qatar. That was no problem. They're through. Senegal against Ecuador. What a game this was. They went right down to the wire. In the end, it was Senegal who took the victory, beating Ecuador by 2-1. Julien Laurent joins us as well for this discussion. Jules, you were at that game. I can only imagine the atmosphere when it came to the Senegal fans, because we saw them on the TV and it looked brilliant.
Yeah. It was incredible. There was a lot of Ecuadorian fans as well. They've been in numbers here in Doha, and the atmosphere really, El Khalifa International Stadium is a bit strange because there's the track, of course, around it. It's not a football stadium, but even with the fans not being too close to the pitch, the atmosphere was still great. And I just wish that the Ecuador players had almost fed off the energy and the support from their fans, because they look scared as soon as they got on that pitch, not really knowing what to do. You defend the draw, and the draw is enough. You go and attack, but you don't want to attack too much. And they started so poorly that they lost all confidence, because Senegal should have been 2-0 up after 10 minutes, really. First, Ghana game missed that big chance, then Burley had a big chance as well. And I don't think Ecuador never came back from that shaky start. Yeah, in the second half, Caicedo scores a goal and they went 1-1, and then they think, okay, we've done the hardest bit here. But yeah, Senegal were always the better side for me, and they just had a different mindset. And we saw it a little bit with Iran today, again, the USA, when maybe you just need a draw and you know it. I'm not sure if your mindset is right trying to defend a draw from the beginning in a game like that. The timing of the Koulibaly goal, of course, so key after Ecuador just got themselves back in.
Well, unfortunately for Ecuador, they've looked really good and strong and you know, technically good and powerful and quick and a threat. Whether Enner Valencia was fully fit or not, I don't know. But just to summarise what Jules has said, you know, they couldn't handle the pace, the changes from Senegal, and Dayo on the right, Ismaila Sarr on the left, who got the penalty early on. They had those two chances. Yep. Unfortunately, I don't know if it was because they were between a rock and a hard place with what they needed, but the most vital game, they put in their worst performance. But Senegal were probably their best performance.
Yes.
But yet when they got the equaliser from the set piece at the back post, you just thought, right, that's it. They're going to see this one out. But yet they finished from Koulibaly, who, in his first international goal, you sound surprised, but he is a defender, but what a finish.
I know, because it just came to him so quickly, didn't it?
Side foot, no panic, right into the roof of the net, and that just led to another exciting finish. There's been quite a few late stories at the end of this World Cup, but Senegal deserved the victory at the end of this 90, whatever it was, minutes.
Do you think Senegal's getting enough credit, Nedum? Obviously, Jules saying that Ecuador looks scared, not quite sure what to do, but these are, the African Cup of Nations champions.
Yeah, that is right. First time African Cup of Nations champions under Aliou Cisse, who played in the World Cup in 2002, the last time I think they got to the quarterfinals. I've been really impressed by them both in that tournament and in this one, because for me, I think they've had three really good performances. I think the Netherlands topped the group, but I don't necessarily feel as if we can talk about what people deserve and what they don't. But I think Senegal could have gotten something from that game against the Netherlands. So I think they are a very dangerous side. And so much so that, speaking with our man Seb and speaking to Herc, they don't mind playing against the Netherlands, because what Netherlands have shown so far through this tournament isn't really something that's really going to scare them as such, and they almost like that matchup more. But I think Senegal, they're a good side. The way that they sort of approached this game today really impressed me. And obviously when it went to 1-1, I was kind of like everybody else thinking that, well, I guess it's going to be Ecuador's game now, because Ecuador had been quite impressive for the first two games. But in the end, Senegal come away, I feel, deserving the opportunity. They defended well. They offered something on the break. I thought Ismaila Sarr was great. I thought Njai on the right was great, as Craig was alluding to. And all this without Sadio Mane. Yeah. It's very, very impressive. It's a shame that we could sort of have to wonder what they could have been. But still what they are still impressed me quite a lot. So I'm looking forward to see how the matchup goes against England. Because I think if England come in with the wrong sort of attitude, they could be in for a really big shock. And it's going to be a tough game for them, in the same way that I thought it would have been if it was Ecuador that made it through. But yeah, fair play to them. They're having a pretty good year so far, both individually and collectively within that side. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they play, because they're a very good side to watch, in my opinion.
What about the penalty from Sarr? World Cup.
Oh, big time.
To do that.
Big time. Well, I think the one thing they showed is they weren't going to be bullied, because for me that's kind of what Ecuador have done. They've been too strong and too quick for the teams they've played, and they weren't having it. And really, allied to the good football they play,
How would you be with a no-look penalty, Craig? Did you try that in your time?
In the reserves, yeah.
Right,
Yeah. Not in the World Cup.
Not in the World Cup.
Anybody can do it in the resis.
Yeah.
Don't look at the ball.
I know.
There's a bit of magical chaos about the way Senegal play, though, and it's really fun and enjoyable to watch. And it is quite open and pacey at times, and that I think that's going to make for a very good game against England, who have got, they've got superior players. If you look at where they're all playing, that doesn't necessarily say that they're going to win. They'll be favourites, but there's a pace and an energy about this Senegalese side, and when you hear those drums that are going for 90 minutes from the fans, it kind of feels like a World Cup when they're playing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Feels exciting.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.